Welcome back to the Shadea Renee podcast. It's your girl, Shadea Renee, and I'm back with another podcast video. I hope everything is well with you guys. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining the community. I really appreciate you. Go back and enjoy all of the videos so you can get a little bit acquainted with what we do here over the Shadea Renee podcast. And if you are an A1 day one, thank you so much for coming back and staying with me, being loyal, and doing what loyal people do, which is sticking together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Today, we're going to be talking about embracing change. Embracing change. This is a big one for me because change is not my biggest feel. Change is not one of my most strongest areas, and it takes a while before I really succumb to making certain changes. So first, I want to tell you a little story that even made me think about making this video. So yesterday, I went to go get something from the store, and there was a little baby ladybug just waiting for me by my car on the back of my window. I'm going to see if I can insert a picture of it here. And when I Google the meaning of what ladybug means, a ladybug means positive change and renewal. It's good fortune. It is safety. It's awareness, fearlessness. It's protection. It's talent, healing, grace. It's about evolving and evolution. It's about having an awakening, and it also symbolizes true love and luck. So everything you can think of that is associated with change, that is what a ladybug represents. Right now, I'm in the process of making some major changes, like I would say some major life decisions, and yeah, I just need a little bit of confirmation as I go through these changes, as I go through making these decisions. So, like, why not talk about it like while I'm doing it, right? So, speaking of changes, I want to vlog these changes that I'm making. I'm so nervous in doing this, but I'm so ready. Because if I'm going to embrace change, why not do it all the way? And why not do it with my community? I'm really enjoying this podcast channel. I'm really enjoying making my face videos, and I'm really enjoying making my audio only podcast videos. This has been a breath of fresh air for me, and I feel so safe in this community. And I want to just thank you guys so much for being so receptive, just supporting in the major way that you guys have been supporting. I'm so grateful. I'm so thrilled to embark on this transformational journey with you, with me, because this is helping me so much too. As a very private person, I'm very reserved, so this is helping me so much. And since I'm in the season of change, if it's safe to call it that, I'm in the season of changes in my life, big major changes. What I'm deciding on doing is starting either a vlog channel separately or vlogging on this channel, because as I'm going through these changes, I want to take you guys with me. I don't want to just come and talk about what I've been through. I want you guys to live my changes with me. And I'm going through a big major change right now. And I want to document it, and I want you guys to see it. So I'm still deciding what I'm going to do. I have a feeling I'm more leading towards vlogging on this podcast channel, but making a playlist separately for the vlogs. So I'm going to do all of that. So it starts this weekend. Like, my life changes in the earliest part of September. So I'm going to take you guys with me, and I'm really excited for that. But yeah, that's enough of that. Let's get into the video. What I always say, skip ad. Skip ad. Let's go. So when I talk about embracing changes, what am I talking about? Like, what do I mean? And I love to start the videos by asking the question, because I want you guys to understand what the video is, what the meaning of what I'm talking about, and how I'm going to do it. And how you get an idea of the feel of it, the mood of it, the moment of it. You get a feel of everything concerning that video topic. So What I mean when I'm talking about embracing changes, I'm talking about having to make certain decisions that's going to take you from point A to point B. I'm talking about you might have to hurt some feelings. I'm talking about you might have to release some people. I'm talking about you might have to be open to meeting some people. You might have to be open to having some people join with you. You might have to be open to reuniting with some people, reuniting with some things, being in some uncomfortable situations, being in some uncomfortable positions and environments, either for a short period of time or for a long period of time. But change is all about growth. Like, if you should sum up a word that defines change, I would say growth. Because the purpose of change is to put you in a higher position, is to put you in a better place, and is to put you on a path to being the best version of yourself. Everything in your life, it starts with a change first. And that puts you in the best position for your better self. If you think about a butterfly, the butterfly has its changes that it goes through. And if you look at the life of a butterfly, first it starts off as an egg and it hatches into tiny larvae or caterpillars. And then those eggs turn into like official caterpillars, and they feed on the leaves and they hang down from the pupa. And then after that, the pupa, then after that, the pupa grows and it undergoes complete metamorphosis to emerge as a butterfly. And then it becomes a butterfly, right? And I'm sure after it becoming a butterfly, there's things that the butterfly is going to go through as an individual. Now that it's evolving, now that it's becoming its true self and it's finding out its purpose and it's trying to understand, why did I go through all of this? Like, what's my reason? Why am I here? And as it starts to discover its true purpose, everything around it starts to align according to that true purpose, right? So here's the butterfly now thinking, okay, what am I here for? Okay, so I'm here for this. And then if he's here for this, now he or she has to put himself into the position, put himself into the location, find the people that's going to help him, like find the thing that's going to work for him. This butterfly now is finding its place into the world. And so it is with us as humans. We are just here. We are just a spiritual being in a physical body on a journey, put here to do what we're supposed to do. And we have to be ready. And sometimes, things happen when we want them to happen. And then sometimes they happen like when they're supposed to happen. And the beauty about that is God, because I'm going to talk about God every chance I get. The beauty about that is God is always there with us. God, our angels, our spirit team, they're always there with us, guiding us along the way, speaking to us within, speaking to our hearts, speaking to our minds, and leading us and directing us every step of the way. This is why it's so important to ask for guidance, to ask for discernment, to ask for a strengthened intuition every single day. Because when you hear God speak to you, you want to be able to recognize his voice different from the voice of a stranger. And I knew what decision to make in the midst of the change, but I was like a little bit skeptical and procrastinating because I'm okay where I'm at. I'm comfy where I'm at in life right now. Like, things are good. Like, they're not the best, but they're good. And I'm okay with that. But I'm being called to a higher realm and I'm being called to a greater purpose. And I know that's going to require some change. That's going to require some uncomfortable situations. That's going to require some level of discomfort, because I've been there before where I have to make a change and it required a lot of discomfort, a lot of things, right? So it is with changing in everything you do. It's for a greater good. So if I could sum it up again in one word, change would mean growth. Change would just be another nicer word for growth. So if right now you are struggling, or anyone you know who's struggling with growth, send them this video. And if you are the one that's struggling with growth and changes, be encouraged. Be encouraged that changes come when it's time to go higher. Changes come when it's time to be the better version of yourself. And the only way you can go right now in your life is up. Like, how dare you think you are going to go low? Like, how dare you think God brought you so far to put you and drop you like a bomb? No, we don't believe that over here. The only place you can go right now is upwards to the top of wherever you're trying to get to. And that might look different for everyone. My top may look different from your top. You may want a simple life, and I may want a big life. I may want a simple life. You may want a big life. It's wherever God has called you. It's whatever desires God has put inside of you that He's going to fulfill for you. So don't worry about like what other people's change look like. Your change might look different. And am I ready to embrace change? I have to be, because ready or not, here it comes. And I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to know that I was getting an opportunity to make a decision and make a move and I didn't. I want to know that I'm staying within the will of God, because there is our will that we want and that we think is right and we think is the best way for us. And then there is the will of God. And then the will of God is the way how it was designed to be before even time began. The will of God is the pathway that was designed for us to be the best version of ourselves, to live the most fruitful life, to be the most happiest, to be the most peaceful, to be at the most joy. That's the will of God for us. And sometimes we mix up the two. And then sometimes we complicate things by procrastinating, and we complicate things by second guessing, and we complicate things by wanting to stay the same place when God is trying to move us. And for some of us, that might not be a physical move. For some of us, that might be a mental awakening, a mental growth. For some of us, that might just be growth in making decisions as it pertains to relationships and friendships, right? That might look different for everyone. And for some of us, it might be a physical relocation, a physical move, right? Of changing jobs, changing careers, like a change in business. That's what it might mean. For everyone, it's different. But I have to share another funny story that I just remembered as I'm making this video. So in the beginning of the year, I remember writing something on my Instagram. I think I have to find it. I wrote, "This is my year of the butterfly." That is so, that's like an aha moment right now, because I did not remember that until a while ago. I actually wrote like, "This is my butterfly year." So, but what I mean by my butterfly year, let me explain it. Butterfly year is just what I explained, like coming out of the cocoon, moving from caterpillar stage, which is a very codependent stage, which is a very, okay, I'm relying on you and you and you and you to tell me to do this and this and that and go left and go right stage, and moving into my independence, not financial independence, but my spiritual independence. This was a year of that for me. This was a year of knowing that, okay, my intuition is growing, my discernment is growing, and God is telling me to go this or that direction. And it's so funny because, yeah, I can't wait to share this journey with you guys. I know with you guys it's going to be so much more fun. But yeah, if you know someone that is struggling from embracing change, who's struggling with wanting to make a decision right now and don't know what direction God is calling them to go into, I want you to embrace a change. And if God is truly calling you to change, I want you to go ahead and accept that call and make that decision. And I just want to pray over my people right now. I just pray that God will give you the strength, and God will give you the knowledge. God will give you the wisdom and the understanding, and God will give you a strengthened intuition, a strengthened discernment, heightened understanding, heightened wisdom as you make this decision right now in whether or not you should make a change in your life. I pray that God will speak to you very clearly and very directly in a way that you understand. And right now we curse and we rebuke the voice of a stranger. We rebuke carbon copy spirits. We rebuke copycat spirits right now. in the name of God. And I pray that God will let you understand exactly what He's saying to you. I speak into your life changes. I speak into your life blessings. I speak into your life breakthrough. I speak into your life favor, supernatural favor. I speak into your life just manifestations of what you're wanting. And most importantly, manifestations of the will of God over your life. May you have the strength to handle it. May you have the strength to understand it. May you have the strength to be humble enough to receive it, even in that moment. So I thank God for your life. I thank God for you for being this community. I thank God for you in general as a human being. And I just pray that you embrace change in whatever shape or form that it may come, and that you will have your understanding, and that you'll be blessed. In the name of God, I pray. Amen. Amen. So go ahead, mamas, papas, go ahead, my community, go ahead, guys, and embrace that change. Don't be afraid. If God called you to it, He's going to bring you through it. God got your back every single step of the way. And this was just supposed to be a self-improvement video. So now I'm like, okay, what category am I going to put it in? Faith-based or self-improvement? Not too sure. I'm going to see if I can put it in both. But just go ahead and embrace that change. Don't worry, it's for you. And I feel in this moment, I feel like in this season, it's not just me. I feel like God is calling a lot of us to change right now. So if you're feeling it, and you're feeling that nudge, and you're feeling that pull, and you're feeling that shift, just accept it. Just embrace it. But make sure that you're moving according to the will of God. Make sure you're hearing God's voice and not the voice of a stranger. And make sure that and make sure that you're moving in the original direction and not a carbon copy, and not a copycat spiritual direction, but the original direction that you're supposed to go. And I speak it over your life, and I speak it over my life. And I thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for listening. Please use these prayers as a guidance for you. Write them down and use them as you go along. And thank you so much for being a part of the community. Thank you. I love these podcasts because I get to be my most vulnerable self without being watched. So thank you so much, guys, for everything. And until next time, remember that you're amazing, you're great, and you were created to do amazingly great things. And God loves you so, so much, like crazy, 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 crazy. And that's the only reason why He's calling you to higher, to better, to more, to abundance, to a better everything over your life. So thank you, guys. Take care. Mwah.